This is part of a series I did called At Home, and I even did a serigraph print of this series At Home. I was in a relationship and it wasn't extremely satisfying. At the time it was 1988 and I was using very fluorescent colors and I loved the graphic. It was my relationship with a man and the dog was always there as a loyal companion. And I used my imagination and I always loved color. I was also influenced by Lichtenstein and Picasso. I could see here the kind of split face, and I like the graphic quality of that. And a lot of my work is about my life, my personal POV. I have a lot of images of this, of watching TV, because I am a film person. I went to NYU Film School, and it's very part of my psyche. When I look back on it, it was very exciting the way I just was so bold. But yet there is an organization to it. This is a series I did, Urgency, and this is Urgency 3. The first one I did was quite small, and then I have a print of this too, a silkscreen that I worked with Victor Santoyo of Impressions Limited, who worked with a lot of famous artists like Frank Romero. So I used, again, very graphic qualities influenced by the times. I was using fluorescent paint, a lot of energy. I was exploding, and I was in probably early 40s, and I was just breaking away from a relationship, but excited and energized, and it comes through. I think it's just still very strong with the very graphic qualities and contrasting colors, but it all comes together, and the way I integrated the orange and the green, and still here again, the TV, part of my life, and at the time a phone, the answering machine here. Things whirling around and a lot of energy and confusion, but organized confusion. So I had an idea, I sketch it, and then it exploded. This is my painting I did in 1990 called Robot Cats, and I also call it my Spago painting because it hung in the garden room, and the original Spago, which was north of Sunset. 1990, I was feeling a bit like a robot. I had lips and cats and a phallic, something very phallic, and again like a TV screen here. Had these purple palm trees and birds. So I was just very upbeat. So this was all unconscious, all this stuff coming. I would develop, sometimes I would create a shape and then embellish it. Again, I was influenced by the graffiti artists, Haring, and also, of course, Matisse and Lichtenstein. I love the graphic quality, and I was very strong about the brush strokes. And the contrasting colors, like the orange, it's kind of fluorescent. The eyebrows, which I picked up here when I would paint. I was having fun with it. This is acrylic on canvas I did called Burst, 1993. The figures are faceless, and they're more abstract. And this is sort of like a pregnant woman. It's about women and men. It was a time in my life I was, alone with my cat. I just painted figure. These lines just were in my head to go, and I just embellished with a lot of pattern, and you could see a lot of contrast and a lot of energy. This is a green line, and I could see this is black. So I was playing with color. And again, I have a lot of fluorescent color and pattern, and I like a lot of stripes. But here it's more explosive. It was a burst. That's why I called it Burst. This was a nice piece. You could see a lot of texture. I was involved with more direct texture at the time. Something spontaneous, but I'm sure when I approached it, I was thinking, figures, because that is a big, very important aspect of my work. Figures, color, line, pattern, and my personal life, all here.